We're at 718, as the official radio media partner of GiveLocalYork.org. I love this time of year, Mark, because we're doing interviews every day with people, and it really does give you a view to the length and breadth of what people are doing in this community, in the York area and surrounding areas, and how they're helping people, and all the various ways in which nonprofits are out there giving, and the ways in which you're giving. Most importantly, last year we raised over $3.5 million during a COVID year. $3.5 million. And I'll tell you what, Megan Gibbons and all the good people over there are just doing a fantastic job at Give Local York. But we have yet another group this morning that is we wanted to highlight. And on May 7th, you're going to decide, we're going to spend a lot of time that day, you're going to decide where you're going to spend your dollars in terms of helping the community. And I've already got a few lined up, but I'm listening for more. And one of those groups this morning is Able-Services. Able Services. And with us this morning is Kimberly Wood to tell us about this group and what they are doing out there for people right now. Kimberly, good morning. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's an honor to have you aboard. And I know you're providing, and I look at your description here on Give Local York, you're providing lifespan services and customized day programming experiences for adults with special needs. Let's start at that point. Tell us a little bit about, who you're dealing with, how you came into this program, and what it's doing for people right now.
Sure. Well, I think, we can all kind of understand that adults with special needs have some unique barriers to accessing their community and having some meaningful inclusion in their community. So we work really hard, our direct support professionals work really hard with adults that have intellectual or developmental disabilities to help them do things like communication, social skills, literacy, money management, all those kind of things to build competencies to help them to increase their independence. And find meaningful ways to participate in and be a part of their community. So we do all kinds of things. We utilize community volunteering opportunities as places where they can practice and build on those skills. We use our facility to help them to, learn a whole bunch of things while they're here with our staff in a safe space. And then we practice those skills, out in the community, ordering at a restaurant, comparison shopping, making purchases in a retail setting, all those kind of things to just help them build their independence and live a full and meaningful life as part of our community.
We all have challenges that we face in life. And so, and here are a group of people that have challenges that they're facing and require a little extra attention, a little extra help. And it sounds like that's exactly what you're doing here, giving them practice on things that maybe some of us take for granted sometimes. But in other cases, people do have challenges there. And so we just simply say, hey, let's give a hand right here. And that's what Able Services does. Now, I know you also provide great opportunities in horticulture and gardening. Tell us a little bit about that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, actually, so our facility is located, for those of you that are from the York area, we are at the old Shiloh Nursery site. So it used to be Shiloh Nursery in Brown's Orchard. So we have a beautiful greenhouse that, was here when we got the facility. And so we've really taken advantage of being able to use that year-round with our adults as part of our programming. And we've added some outdoor garden areas and really are just kind of using that as another tool to teach them, some different kind of unique things. So, they work on growing, they start projects, start to finish, and kind of watch all the different ways that our plants can grow and we can just beautify our area. And so we kind of use that as a tool for a lot of different lessons and structure in our program.
We're talking with Kimberly Wood this morning from Able Services, one of our nonprofits. It's doing just a great job here in the York area. Now, you're working with people on communication and socialization. You're teaching them how to eat properly, nutrition, self-advocacy, independent living skills. I would imagine the breadth of where you meet people on this continuum is really long and wide, Kimberly, because you're going to, everybody's got different kinds of things that they're dealing with, different kinds of problems they're dealing with, different kinds of challenges they're dealing with. How hard is that to kind of meet people where they're at on this whole point in life?
Absolutely. I mean, it is a challenge for sure. It's really about, getting to know our individuals and what matters to them, in their world. I think sometimes we have a tendency to treat individuals with special needs maybe as children rather than adults who can't make their own
Right.
decisions. And, we really just kind of work with them. It's not about providing, we say we're not the Carnival Cruise director giving them, 7,000 things every day, because that's not a normal life. I don't get to go
Right.
to the fair and then bowling and then movies. It's finding what matters to them and what will help their life be better. So, if you love reading, you join a book club. If you hate reading, why would you join a book club? That doesn't make any sense. And so, really trying to work with them to find their passion. And, some of our guys are at the very beginning of that journey. They're really working toward maybe someday being able to have some type of employment or meaningful volunteering in the community. And we're
Right.
starting kind of at the end of the spectrum. And then we have some individuals who are already working in the community, but maybe don't choose to or aren't able to do that in a full-time way. And they want something where they can spend time with their friends, learn some new skills, and still find ways to be apart on the days when they're not already working. And so they're at kind of a different level in the continuum. So it's all really trying to figure out where they are and meeting them where they're at.
Another great nonprofit at work here in the York area at a place where people grow, Able Services. Kimberly, thank you so much this morning for joining us. I hope people on May 7th, on the day of the Big Give, will think about Able Services. Again, you can go to givelocalyork.org. Just put a search, Able-Services, that's ABLE-Services, and check out what they're doing for people out there. Kimberly, it's been great and an honor having you aboard this morning. Keep up the great work, will you please?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Kimberly Wood with Able Services. Again, Able-Services. Check it out at givelocalyork.org